At the same moment that the pop artists were reacting against the action painter's approach to painting, another group of artists were responding in a different way. Rather than use imagery and humour like the pop artists, these artists wanted to eliminate expressiveness and symbolism to arrive at a purely objective form. They did this by reducing the elements in a work to the essentials of medium materials. This approach would become known as minimalism. Early abstract artists had set the stage. Kazimir Malevich had written that his painting was based upon the supremacy of pure artistic feeling. Pierre Mondrian had wanted to reach a spirituality beyond nature. Joseph Albers was interested in the interaction of colour. Ad Reinhardt's 12 technical rules for painting removed all elements so that the only thing left was pure art. You may have heard the term other than the sum of its parts. The gestalt effect is the ability of our brains to generate whole forms. In his notes on sculpture, Robert Morris writes, "Such are the simpler forms that create strong gestalt sensation." Morris felt that this experience of the gestalt of an artwork was primary. In pursuit of creating purely visual experience, these artists often set up rules for themselves, sometimes based on mathematical relationships, sometimes on arbitrary associations. These rules would guide the form of the work. There was very little evidence of the artist's hand in either painting or sculpture. Minimalist sculpture was often machined with hard edges and smooth surfaces. Painters sometimes shaped their canvases. Industrial materials were often used. So how do these works communicate? In minimalism, relationships are important. The relationships of the elements in the artwork, the relationships of the artwork to the space in which it exists, and the relationship to the viewer are all heightened when symbolism and narrative are not present. That's exactly what these artists wanted. But some critics saw an ambiguity and contradiction between the intentions of these artists and the work. The work was often made of beautiful materials that distracted from the gestalt. Shiny surfaces became illusionistic. Critique Michael Fried complained that the very objectness of minimalist art undermined the distinction between art and non-art. Minimalism was as much a theory as a style. The idea of reducing art to its essential elements also influenced music, design, and architecture. Tied to psychology and mathematics, minimalism was sometimes academic and inaccessible. Eventually, these artists could reduce no more, and many returned to more complex and expressive style.